We are in a safe and controlled environment. We are at the gun range, Immokalee Range and Gun Club to be exact. So today we are going to shoot that 40 caliber. It's been a long time since I shot a 40 cal, but before I go any further, let me take the time to congratulate Black Rambo for opening his range. First of all, May 11th, the weekend of May 11th, he is having a grand opening, hosting a range event in his hometown. I am so proud. First of all, I will be there, so I'm really excited about that. I'm definitely going to support and, give him his flowers with that accomplishment. So y'all make sure y'all head over to his Instagram, check out the dates, check out the information. If you have to DM him, I'm sure he will, respond to you with that information, but I'm sure he probably has a flyer or something already set out. And secondly, Gun Camp. Gun Camp is having an event in June. This is going to be the first public, I'm not sure if it's public or not, but it's going to be I don't think it's public, but it's going to be a range day concert. So definitely I will be there. I will document and share that experience with you guys. I'm sure it's going to be super cool. Twister obviously will be performing, and they're going to have, some pretty cool things going on. And thirdly, Mark Chopper also deserves all the flowers. He is having his Mark Chopper Day. This is going to be the weekend of September 7th. Make sure y'all go to their Instagram pages, check them out, support it, and it's going to be a great time, as well as Pew Party. Pew Party just passed. It looked like it was an excellent turnout. I just want to congratulate each and every one of these gentlemen that are really putting in the work out here and giving the community a chance to experience all that, that good time, that good fun, good safe fun out at the range. So, fun fact. If you didn't know, Mark Chopper and I share the same birthday. And if you guys can guess when my birthday is, drop that in the comments, and we'll see who knows when my birthday is. Now, 40 Smith & Wesson is what we're talking about today. I have not shot this in a very long time, so I am a little excited and a little bit torn. 40 is a quite heavy round, not as heavy as the 45, but it will give you some major punch. And yes, it is a Glock box. I'm not I shouldn't say I'm not hating on it. No, I'm not. But I am quite interested to see what it is that they've done with this particular firearm. Now, what we are talking about today is the GLOCK 23C Gen 4. Now, the C stands for compensated. And I'm going to show you how that looks and what all is in the box. So let's turn this over. So in your box, you're going to have your firearm, your cable lock. You're going to have a few interchangeable back straps, and mine came with 3 13 round magazines. Now, I've seen a few of them only came with 2, but mine came with 3. It comes with a speen loader as well as a little cleaning tool. So let's talk about this compensated GLOCK 23. This is a Gen 4. What I do like the most about this whole configuration is the finger grooves. I really enjoy this frame and this grip. And I think that's going to help me along with the compensated barrel and slide, what it is that you see here as such, as far as shooting that round. Now, yes, it does say C for compensated, but looking at this at first sight, somebody will probably say, well, Yoke, that looks like it's ported. Yes, it is the slide as well as the barrel is ported, but it's called compensated as far as Glock goes. This is chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson, and it has a barrel length of 4.02 in length. Let me lock this slide back so that you guys can get that visual of how that looks. Your slide length on this pistol is 6.85 inches, and she weighs 21 ounces unloaded and 31 ounces loaded. I did say she came with 3 13-round magazines, and it is not ambidextrous. It also has no safeties on here, so it's a left side function as far as your magazine release and your slide drop. Also looking at this, there is no serrations in the front of the slide. You do have serrations in the rear of the slide, as well as your pick rail underneath, or your, what do they call it? Accessory rail underneath for you to ride the laser or the flashlight of your choice. Now, coming down here, we do have a very, when I say sharp, I mean very, I guess sharp would be the correct term. The very hard shaped trigger guard, and let me see, get some good light here. You got it. A very pronounced, oversized trigger guard, which is also nice if you're shooting with gloves or anything. You should not have a problem with actually getting to that trigger. Now, the magazine release is quite sharp edged, and it does feel a little tight, but once we start going through those mag changes, I will let you know exactly how I feel. Now on here, you do have your front white dot sight and your white U rear sight side. It doesn't have any serrations on there or anything, so it's a smooth white U rear sight. God, get it out, yoke. All right. So as far as first looks goes, it looks like a special Glock because it is the 23C. Now, when I did head over to the shop, Julian was like, "Hey, yoke, I got this." He didn't call it a unicorn Glock, but he did say that it was quite difficult to come across this particular Glock and any of the Glocks that have the letters in it. And when I say the letters, as you can see here, it does have the letter C on there. So we are going to find out how she shoots this. She shoot like a regular Glock, or will this compensated barrel and slide make a difference? The ports in the slide. Will it make a difference? Feels good, looks pretty decent. I think I like that. If all Glocks can come in that configuration, I think I might like them a little bit more. Now, I am experiencing a little bit of Glock knuckle just holding the pistol. And when I say that, the trigger guard actually knocks up into my middle finger second knuckle, right, or second joint right here. Haven't even shot yet, and it does feel a little bit uncomfortable. I wish it was a little bit more cut out, just so your finger can sit in there just a little better. But for the most part, we will make the best of this, and we are going to send these down range. Now, if you didn't hear, or you're just joining, we are in a safe and controlled environment. We are at the gun range, Immokalee Range and Gun Club to be exact. Now, what are we shooting? We are shooting Federal American Eagle 40 Smith & Wesson 180 grain full metal jacket. This is what we're shooting. We have 100 rounds of that. Now, as far as the magazines go, I was only able to put 12 rounds in each. Well, this one I was able to put 13, but in these two, because it is very tight, although I used the speed loader, today was actually my first time using this particular speed loader just to see how it worked. It didn't work the greatest, but it worked. And that's what it is. So the only thing left now to do is what? Suit them up so we can send them down range. All right, vámonos. Vamos a tirar este Glock 23C con el compensator adelante. La bala de esto es 40 Smith & Wesson. Vamos a tirar. Por favor, aguánteme aquí. Muchísimas gracias. Vamos a ver. Let's see how I feel about this 40. Now, I told you it's been a while since I've shot a 40. And let's see. Nice tight grip. No está mal, it's not bad. But again, that Glock knuckle okay, feels like the compensator is working. It's still quite snappy. Just imagine shooting it without it. Getting back on target is pretty good. Ooh. But comfortability is going to be a struggle. My finger is sore already. And that was just 3 magazines. The pistol is clear and the magazines are empty. She's running. She feels pretty good. I mean, for a heavier caliber, it's all right. All right, so magazines, as I said, they were pretty tight, but they load well. Takedown. The takedown on the Glocks are very difficult for me because they are so, they're not as pronounced, but this one feels like it could be okay. I mean, I'm sure it's not any different, but just rubbing it, it feels like it's all right. All right, we are reloaded. That same one, I can't get that 13th round. So far, I don't know. I think I'm interested in just getting the 23 now, so that I can compare the two and see how much of a difference it is while shooting these two pistols, meaning both of them being the same Glock, just one having the comp and one not having the comp. So I'm interested in knowing. Slide is a little hard for me. Trigger is heavy, but it's no different than any other Glock trigger that I've shot. I am experiencing a little bit of slide. The pistol is clear, magazines are empty. I'm experiencing just a little bit of that slide rubbing against the fat piece between my thumb and my trigger finger. I'm experiencing just a little bit of that slide kind of rubbing. So I did have to kind of adjust my grip a little bit, bringing my thumb down and over my support thumb to see if I can prevent that from actually like biting my thumb. All right, so that was 100 rounds. I'm going to share out these 3 magazines with what it is we have left so that we can get these last 3 magazines out and we can talk about it and tell you how I feel. So I shared out what was left through the 3 magazines. This will conclude our 100 rounds. And so far, she's pretty good. She all right. She's pretty decent. Maybe because it's different. It's not, it looks different. Doesn't look like a standard regular Glock. All right, let's get that thumb out of the way. Let's try to drop this slide since the magazine is not full. That was easier. right, the pistol is clear. The magazines are empty. Let's talk about, or let's have our final words with this Glock 20. Let's get out this shadow right here. Woo! You hear them? They heard my pings and I was like, she over there thinks she doing something. This Glock 23C, chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson with the comp or ported slide, ported barrel, as you can see. Now, I don't own the 23, so as far as the difference in the shoot, I can't tell you the difference between the two. But now I am interested in getting the Glock 23 so we can do a comparison and see if the shoot is actually any difference between one or the other. Number two, the comfortability in the shoot is not the greatest, and it doesn't have anything to do with the grip. It doesn't have anything to do with the impulse. It's more of the actual trigger guard where my middle finger sits right under it. So getting that master grip on the pistol, I am finding that it's digging in my knuckle, so it makes it a little uncomfortable. So I just had to kind of relax my grip a little bit so I can, actually hold the gun nicely to send those rounds down range. The 40 Smith & Wesson is a heavy caliber coming out of the 23C. She did a great job. As you saw, we were able to keep the firearm on target, continue to let those rounds out without any hesitation. We went through those 100 rounds pretty quickly, so that is a good thing to let you know that getting back on target is pretty good. Now, I wish it was MOS. Now looking at it, she, like I said, she is a little on the heavier side, and then when you add those rounds, so actually carrying something like this for me, she's just too big. That's just why I stopped. This was early on. Let me make that clear. This was early on, because y'all gonna say, oh shoot, yo, who's carrying the Glock 19? Yes, I did carry the Glock 19 for some time, but for me it was just too big, and I had to downsize as far as pistol frame and size and weight for a more comfortable carry. But as far as this Glock 23C with the comp, I like it. I did like it. Now, what I was concerned about, and I'm noticing now, was the actual gases that are being released out of that barrel when you're shooting this firearm. I was concerned about it doing exactly what it did, but I noticed it after the fact when I was at the line shooting. I really didn't pay attention to it, so that is a good thing. But as you can see here, that white front sight is black. So this is something that you will have to clean, looks like, after every range day or whenever you use the firearm. That sucks. That sucks. I don't know if you're able to change the sights for something a little bit different to prevent that from getting so dirty, but I don't like how that looks. That is super, super dirty, but it is expected where those ports are in that slide and expelling that gas. But as far as it working, it works, it feels good, she looks good, and I am satisfied with this Glock 23C. So what did y'all think? What did y'all see? Do you have one? Let me know, drop that in the comments. Is this Glock 23 as rare or as unicorn as what some people may call it, or the way that it was introduced to me? I am curious to know, but I can say looking for information on it was quite difficult, and it's very, very, very old information. So I think it is a little unique. So with that being said, Yoke Gang, listen, if you've not checked out www.yokegang.com, make sure that you do pick up a t-shirt or patch, support the channel. That is how I make these things work. Thank you so much for supporting just by watching this video. Y'all already know I love it when things work, but I love y'all for life. Peace.